Stadium. We've got match 28 in season 3 of the HBL PSL, and the Gladiators are taking on Islamabad United. It's a top of the table clash between these two. Coin toss just a little while ago, win in the favour of Quetta. Safra says that we'll have a bat first, thanks. Misbah. And they've made a little change. Umar Amin has come into the side, and Ramiz Raja Jr.'s gone out. So they're looking to get on with things. A little off the boil, I thought, last night. Another game. Baz Khan alongside. Here's your team, Baz.
Islamabad United, well, they're already confirmed to play in that first playoff, so they can afford to go off the boil, but they've been so good. Ahmad Butt played in that last game, bowled well, everything, every box is ticking.
Well, Quetta, a little hiccup last night, and that meant Lahore won 3 on the trot, and they lost by 17 runs. Did Quetta? So, table's looking like this. So the top 2 have qualified. It just depends in a way if Quetta can get up and barnstorm it tonight. Think about that net run rate. Finish first. Yeah. First and second play each other on Sunday in Dubai, of course. And Kings, Sultans, look a little heavy wait to see what goes on even tomorrow in the double header. The Shah-Azami on an outside chance. Hello, Michael Slater.
G'day, Dan. Hey, Baz. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it, that we get to the business end and there's sides now relying on others winning or losing. And there's the big fella, Misbah, just having a final word to the team. He looks jovial. You don't see him smile too much. He looks in pretty good spirits, and they've been dominating, actually, haven't they, for a while now, United. So be feeling confident as Salim Dar is putting it in there. We always send it a good 20 feet higher for Alim. He promotes the fact that as a child, when he was playing with Ramiz, or a younger man, that he was the fielder of the team. And there you go, he's dropped 2, he's caught a couple.
Decent catch. Misbah, he hasn't had a lot to do in this tournament except for captain the winning side. They're already through to that first playoff, so but they'll want to keep that intensity up, and they'll want to keep winning going into that playoff. Yeah, Misbah will make sure of that. But Quetta will have other ideas. They'll need a victory. This man bowled pretty well in that last game, Ahmad, but the openers walk out and they need a decent start. The good pitch, and you're already setting yourself for a huge first innings total.
Yeah, a while ago now, doesn't it, when Ruman Reis captained the side early doors because Misbah had a little niggle, a little tweak with the hammy, tight through there. And then, sadly for Ruman Reis, at this very venue, dug up the turf with his knee, trying to stop one in the deep. He's gone back to Pakistan. No more PSL action for him, but there certainly is for this guy, Jason Roy. Got things moving, even in a losing side when he was out there. 36 from 26, 3 maximums, 2 fours, and he's going to be there with Shane the big boy Watson from Sydney.
He's solid now. It's just out there obviously doing the weather and pitch report, and he's thick set. He's thicker than he was when he played internationally, but he's a really solid man, and obviously very powerful with the blade in hand. He's had a good PSL. He missed out in the last game, but he is an aggressor. He likes to hit boundaries, and he's hit a lot of sixes too, hasn't he? So he's got a good game. He's got a good consistent game. I think this sort of pitches help him, and his partners got off to a good start yesterday as well.
Countdown is done. So I'm just going to get things underway. And say Samit Patel looked at Mohamed Sami, sold us the dummy. Said no, it's going to be the left arm orthodox, pace off it as per for Samit Patel. He's had a pretty good time of it lately.
So I spoke to Sue Jones out there, and he was just talking about the dew factor, and it was prior to the weather report. I just wanted to get an understanding of what the coaches were thinking now about the dew, and he was saying, yeah, big factor, big factor. And so he was talking about that if you do field second, that you can only really bowl your spinners in that opening 10 overs because of the seam getting wet.
Rightio. Oh, snaking down, surely, yeah. Just wanted to clear the lungs there and warm up a bit more, Samit Patel.
Takes wickets in the first over, does Samit. And little seamer just skidding on. Yeah, missing leg, but just a skid with that new ball that he'll get.
You got to be careful, don't you? Sometimes seam up, there's a little arm ball with the angle and does skid on this rather shiny surface with a rather shiny new ball. Not want to be too short either, but it'll only be a boundary. Couldn't get there. Underway straight over the boundary.
Yeah, he didn't get any of it. He got a thick inside edge at best at Jason Roy. It's again that skidding delivery. It's a touch too short, so he's able to get bad on it, and it's raced away. It was a deep mid-wicket in place, but from the offset it looked as if it's just going to be a couple of runs, but it skidded away. The new ball. First boundary.
It was a bit tight at the Shane Watson end. It wasn't the business end, really. Alim Dar and Khalid Mahmood are the cool umpires tonight. So, always a busy job. It's hectic T20, isn't it? Everything happens so fast. Tend to get a lot of referrals too, don't you? Half chance you sort of go up and have a look at run out stumpings a lot. But Shane Watson now, I think the pitch itself can just take a little bit of time to get used to the skiddiness initially, and that's where those square shots, you just got to be a little reluctant early.
And you got a nice little twofer, 11 and 2 overs, Samit Patel. Last little outing was up against Multan and match 25. Wary against this fellow, bowls very straight most of the time. First over done. Mohamed Sami. Oh, he's got away with that rather against Jason Roy. Sliding on with pace, loves to show off his outswing, but he's got to be careful with his lines early doors on this surface.
Yeah, but you would think that Jason Roy would enjoy this pitch. Ball skidding on, and he likes to hit straight. He stands up and drives on the up. So it might be just the pitch that he's waiting for.
Yeah, just watching him in Australia recently, he got that massive 180 at the MCG to start with, and he was very hit and miss after that. And it wasn't that he lost the ability to time the ball, he just kept shelling it in the air at a catchable height and getting caught at backward point, forward point cover. And it's not the worst ploy against him early is to float a sucker ball outside off stump. Now you might actually go through the gap for 4, but he can hit at that low velocity and it be a catch. He kept getting out like that, so it's actually not a bad ploy early to him.
Time for the big guy. Watson, that is. Happy to nudge one and get off the mark now. And it's back over to you, Jason Roy.
It's such an advantage if you can finish in that top 2, because then you get 2 bites at the cherry for that final. And right now I think Islamabad are confirmed in that top 2. Quetta will be looking at that as well. cricketgateway.pk, Pakistani viewers, cricketgateway.com, international viewers.
Slippers come out. Yeah, Misbah took himself out there. I'll have a little look at this one because there's that length. Just not there to drive, and the bounce too with the extra little bit of zip from Mohammad Sami. This is a lovely corridor. Michael Slater was on about that length at the pitch report. Did enjoy it. Slats, different lengths with the balls. Great stuff with the white ball when you're doing a pitch report under lights.
You never saw it, Danny. He's lying. You were out there having food when he was doing his pitch report.
Double O behave, Bazid Khan. Right here doing a bit of research. It's a great line, that.
Yeah, it's just so hard for the bowlers now, but it can, as I say, just take the batsman a little bit of time to get going. You can follow HPL PSL on social media. There are all the links: Facebook, you've got YouTube, and then you've got Twitter and Insta. All the options.
Just got a little too straight. Got it fine enough. Jason, to see how much he may squeeze here because of what Michael Slater's on about with the gripping of the ball for the spinners. Does he bowl 2? Does he bowl 3?
And we've seen both Watson and Roy try the pull shot. Hoga soft Pakistan, cleaner and more beautiful Pakistan. But we've seen them both try the pull shot. Now these are two tall men. Unfortunately, you don't have that low center of gravity that you used to have, Slates. So it'll be difficult with the skidding ball to actually get that pull shot away.
Yeah, it's a real trap, and particularly if you're coming from that higher base and you take a bit more of a kink in that back lift, that's when the ball shoots through and you're bowled. So shorten it up and try and help it on its way if that's what you want to play. But I think you were advised earlier to think V here because it just skids on, and then you get that really short length, away you go. Take that on, just like that. If you get the right length, you take it on. But Watson has still hit that forward of deep mid-wicket, so he's still using a full face.
Yeah, sure is. It's still in the wide V, as we say. Look how much room he's got back. He's got way back in the box. But almost gone past the return crease. Fetched this for over 90 metres. Such as the modern player, and powerful, and a big bat. Press less, Baz. Nice and light. Boom. He's gone hunting again, and he's trouble. He's gone. Hales has gobbled this one. First one down now.
Yeah, just gritted on quicker from Samit Patel. And he's got another wicket, a big wicket. Watson hit one right in the middle, 90 metres. That one just sort of rushed him for pace. Skidded off the wicket, and he's not got all of it. He's tried to hit it straight back where he hit the first one, but this one spliced it. Samit Patel with another wicket. He's enjoyed this PSL, especially with the new ball. Watson gone for 8, 19 for 1.
A little jab to third man, but good for Quetta because it rotates it back to Jason Roy.
Yeah, imagine if they could get Roy now. You've got the big KP to come, obviously, but this is the one that skids on a little bit more, so subtly a bit faster, I'd say. And Watson has been pumped up right through the PSL, and when he misses out, he's not happy with himself at all. But skids on a bit more, catches it higher on the blade, no timing.
And he's got away with this one, Mohammad Sami. You get into any batsman, top order player especially, with the new ball inside the power play, and you're often picking that out of the fence.
We saw this in the first game as well, where Peshawar didn't have a great start, didn't time the ball at all. And then as they got on with the innings, Kamran Akmal found his range later on. So it's not exactly the best pitch to start your innings on.
Smokes this one. Oh, yeah, got it way pretty good.
He's a boundary hitter. That's what he deals in. That's his currency. And he uses the feet this time and absolutely moosed it. I mean, he's hit that so hard. I mean, he's quick, but just not quick enough for that one.
He's no slouch, JP Duminy. Reload that one. He's been a little bit in there, isn't he? Just a bit too straight at times tonight. M. Sammy.
But Jason Roy, he's got some power. He does hit the ball hard. And we've got KP to follow. So 2 South Africans who've played for England hit the ball extremely hard. What's going on there, Danny?
What's going on with you? I thought you'd get that in there, eh? I think that's missing. And Mahmood says as well, I think it's going down. A smile from the ump and from Luke Ronke with a little signal.
Looks like it hurt Roy, that. Gets in under the knee, in around that kneecap. Occasionally he'll just get a thinner spot of the pad, but that's hurt him. Thundered in there. We know that Sammy consistently up there, isn't he, pace-wise? Just see where it hits on the knee roll. Often it's tucked in under there, right on the knee roll. And that jars the knee. It's a reminder to Roy that he's a bit pacey.
Do you wear a bit of extra foam padding sometimes, particularly that front knee?
No, I didn't. Sachin Tendulkar did. He had like a rig foam. Now we get chops on in there.
Hitting the knee roll and then the midships.
I used to put a bit of extra there.
Yeah, I'm sure you did.
No, but Sachin had foam, hard foam, all the way on the inside of that front pad. And so it's just on that knee roll. But occasionally the ball would come off Sachin's pad, and because it was so cushioned, it would repel out so fast. So you had to be careful of those little bat pads.
Did that pad actually bend, or was it always stiff?
I was just watching the ball fly. You've got me there, Baz.
Theatre versus the Lion. And Roy looked a little sluggish getting out of the blocks for that one.
Oh, I'm not surprised. He's copped one in the knees, copped one in that area that we all laugh at. Ashraf, so he's starting, all important. He's a good bowler, he's lively as well. And the run rate is 6.72. Come on, Pete. Out of the park, yes. Come on, Pete. Letter Peterson. KP's a bit of a hero there, isn't he? Kevin, please keep playing.
Slippers in. Again, that's found the gap. Umar Amin, he really is going hard. There's a few more in the HBL VIP box now into the evening match, and a few more allowed up into that special little posse.
Jason Roy, 9.62, second best run rate in the power play. Ronke is the best, but he's playing too, so we're in for some fireworks, that's for sure.
Geez, I hope so. Yeah, he's had a heck of a time as Luke Ronke. Crisp, but too crisp for a run.
This guy has just been under the radar. He's got 12 wickets and nobody's really noticed his bowling. But he's done a job for Islamabad. He's a good bowler, gets the ball to just jag back off the seam and hits that consistent length too. So talked a lot about Imran Tahir and Wahab Riaz, but this guy, he's just got 12 wickets without not many people noticing.
Yeah, he's a hustler, gets in. He's looking for more on that. Isn't a bad little Yorker. Will flick through the legs from Jason Roy. No run.
Well, he's ironed out an on-drive straight to the man. He hit that well, and then that one was actually well negotiated, given it was a good Yorker, and he was unlucky to go straight to the fielder there. So he's missed out here. Let's have a look at the most wickets in the HBL PSL. Imran Tahir 13, Wahab Riaz 13. They have been outstanding. And Fahim Ashraf 12. And you got Patel in there as well from United. And then a shade of Freedy.
Snuck in there for him. Under the radar. Oh, hello. We're just talking about the old ball ricocheting onto the pads and popping out too far. Almost a caught and bowled, I reckon.
A thick inside edge, and it's pinged off the pad. Nearly a cotton bowl. We were just talking about that. But if there was Sachin Tendulkar's pad, that would have been caught mid-off.
Yeah, well, exactly. Or if he'd gone with the Danny extra protection under there, just easy caught and bowled. So best to take protection out, you think, Dan? Muffles it.
Have it everywhere.
Just go the old cane days. Remember the old ones?
Alan Benno had those.
Oh.
No run.
Can generate a fair bit of pace, and the Quetta Gladiators 29 for 1. The Watson, the man, gone for a short stay of 8. Little bit uppish.
Best of 3 for 34, Ahmad Butt in T20 cricket. Maybe hoping that he can pick up another wicket in this innings, put some pressure on this batting lineup. Ugasaf, Pakistan. Wonderful initiative to keep the country clean.
And Jason Roy's had a good look. 17 from 21, 3 fours. He's got the weapons to really set about any attack. Bowled him! Ahmad Butt gets through that little forward push from Jason Roy, and that's a good strike for Islamabad.
Yeah, Ahmad Butt can be slippery. And Jason Roy missing a ball that was pitched on that off stump, came back ever so slightly, and the bat coming down at an angle. He's got this issue at times of working the ball against the line towards the leg side. Big success, because Jason Roy was pretty well settled out there on 17. He's gone. And Gladiator.
This batting lineup, Kevin Peterson. Wonderful strike rate, 139. Best of 88 not out.
Oh, she dropped it.
So Santal at that point, it almost carried to the fielder. It was low, it was a hard hit. Did it carry to him all the way? Slice and just dropping shot.
Eagle eye there, Rameez. I saw it first up and I thought it had just carried. But you see how Peterson's on the move. He immediately wants to just establish his mental and physical authority on bowlers. He's already moving and he's only been in one ball. Full of authority.
So Ahmad Butt is a little bit deceptive. Pulls close to the 140 click. He was late, Jason Roy. Butt coming down late. Ball making contact with the stumps.
Yeah, it's a seriously good celebration mode for Ahmad. But it was Ahmad Butt, but he was good because he hit the top of the off stump. And the zingers went flying all over.
Outside edge, flies down for one. This is a seriously good over from Ahmad Butt. He is a little bit quicker than you think. And that was Jason Roy beaten for a bit of pace by surprise. Top of off stump is what all quicks look for. The head and shoulders, what are they looking for? They're looking for a million. Do that dandruff-free move. Come on. Didn't want to do it. So this is the last ball of the power play. Quetta, 32 for 2. Watson and Roy have both gone. Bowled and well played. Peterson just picks his spot and picks the bowler off. 6 gone, power play done. 36, like a restart here, like a reboot for Quetta. Power play done and 2 fresh batsmen at the middle. Nicely played, just stroked down the ground for 1.
Yeah, Umar Amin is a good player. He's a good talent, but it's just that he's not been able to convert that talent into numbers. It was an interesting power play where we saw some good shots, improvisation. Watson with a big 6 and getting out. Samit Patel has got this knack of picking up early wickets with the new ball, and then this Jaffa to get rid of Jason Roy.
Well, Peterson on strike has got a better strike rate here in Sharjah in the HBL PSL than he does in Dubai. 160 here, and it's 129 in Dubai. His average is higher here in Sharjah. He averages over 31, and his average in Dubai is 25. And if he gets in, it's a question of wear a hard hat, because the ball could be coming your direction.
And you don't mind getting him out this way. What he's got good skills of, he's got good skills of playing balls that are outside the off stump through the onside with very much little ease. Kevin Peterson.
Bowled again by Fahim Ashraf. Again, he's just a little bit quicker as well. He rushes in at you.
He's got a strong body action, and then not only slippery but also in very good wicket-taking form. Then he provides you with a cameo every now and then. Very good batsman down the order.
There's a little bit of inward movement here from Fahim, getting the ball to shape in nicely to the right-handers. If you're not looking at it live, you can look at it on cricketgateway.pk, Pakistan viewers.com if you're around outside of Pakistan.
Four singles off this over from Fahim Ashraf. Nice looking shot, but it's just one because Samit Patel is down here in front of us at long off. Once again, it's Islamabad who started with the spin of Samit Patel. He's been a good signing. A lot of competition for places in this side, and of course there isn't Andre Russell. There's no Ruman Race. Race has gone back to Pakistan, so 2 absolutely dynamic players there, out of the reckoning for Islamabad.
All singles so far in this over, so this ball is crucial. Will he go for a 4? Kevin Peterson, how will Fahim deal with KP's approach, expected approach? Oh, the intention was for a 4, but he's out, caught behind. This is a massive breakthrough because KP was looking dangerous. He was middling the ball, went across the line and was caught behind, gone.
Yeah, the pressure once again, getting to them and getting to Kevin Peterson. Looking for the big shot. Again, looking to play across the line of the ball. Inside edge. The wicketkeeper was blinded for a bit. Takes a very good catch and, well, Fahim celebrates. Big wicket of Kevin Peterson.
The captain is in. 430s, 250, strike rate 122, best 56 not out in the PSL. Sarfraz Ahmed, the captain. And well, Ramiz, you were talking that it had been 5 singles and pressure builds up, and clearly that got to Kevin Peterson, because that wasn't the most convincing stroke, was it?
Yeah, I mean, you know that he was itching to get on with it, Kevin Peterson, but he just chose the wrong shot, even though he's very good at flicking the ball off the stumps. But KP at times doesn't allow himself enough time at the crease to mature a knock. Just went too early for something too substantial.
Bowled. Very good. That's the ball, you know. Michael Slater had 3 cricket balls on the pitch for his pitch report, and that's the Yorker ball. The ball is in right in the crease. You can't hit these for far. But that Kevin Peterson, where was he going with this?
He was looking to go through mid-wicket. That's his strong area. Seen a lovely shot from him early on in his innings. Wide of mid-on. This time, there was length on that delivery. Wasn't as full.
Now that's wide. That'll be called a wide. Interesting field setting right there. There's Luke Ronke. Now Asif Ali is just standing in a sort of a deep gully position. There is a third man, but he's definitely in a catching position. You can see him there on the right, top right of your picture. That's catching. And maybe they've seen something of Umar Amin's technique that suggests he could offer a catch in that area.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting to see Kevin Peterson and his approach in this innings, because earlier on in the innings, you know how he shuffled across the stumps and whacked it through straight mid-wicket, and then wanted to try the same shot, but the length was different. It was more back of the length delivery, and he wasn't across and he wasn't over it completely.
6 on the offside. And Amin just turns it leg side for the single. So I think maybe Misbah has looked at the technique here of Umar.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are aware that he plays really nicely through the onside. Kevin Peterson. But for Umar Amin, the ball is definitely moving away from the left-hander. So maybe there's a possibility of it taking the outside edge, going in that gully region.
Well, that's halfway up the bat from Sarfraz.
It's not a good situation for the Gladiators. They've lost 3 wickets after winning the toss.
Done well, Samit Patel. And this ball was a ball that Ahmad Butt will remember for a long time. Oh yes, he enjoyed it. Solid from Umar, and 6 from the over, 8 gone, 46 have been silenced here for Quetta. It's Hussein Talat. He's a really good. He's right arm, medium pace, medium quick, and he can bat. He really is a young emerging player from Pakistan who's making progress in the game.
Yeah, indeed. He'll be up against the Pakistan captain, Sarfraz Ahmed, who's promoted himself in this game. The last game he batted at number 7, this time number 5. And he's a quality player. Has the opportunity now to play a meaningful innings for his team. As being under pressure, they've already lost 3 wickets.
Yeah, reconstruction in the first 6 overs or 7 overs obviously pulls you down a bit. It stalls your progress, and we've seen that because this innings in a reconstruction phase. So in that phase you're looking for singles, not getting out. You want to play risk-free cricket. 7-run partnership of 8 balls, a lot of dots. That's how the pressure was built on the opposition.
Yeah, plenty of short stuff as well, just a little bit short of a length, 88% decent length. So some decent bowling here. Of course, Mohammad Sami, Ahmad Butt, the seamers have bowled well, and Samit Patel with his left arm spin.
Yeah, I think with that short length, ball doesn't really bounce that much because we're playing the second match of a double header. So it's making it a little more difficult to play the short for length deliveries.
He's a fighter, Sarfraz. Lots of things to like about him. He'll keep on fighting, very busy at the crease. Good rotation of strike, good awareness of the game. They need a partnership, one solid partnership here. This is the innings is now in the 9th over, so maybe 4 or 5 over partnership can stabilize the jolt effect.
Pressure though with those big guns going. Jason Roy, Shane Watson, who's been scoring the bulk of the runs, and Kevin Peterson. You put those big guns back in the dugout, and you are regrouping, you're restarting, and this is Sarfraz and Umar Amin are having to regroup, reboot, restart. For bowled, Hussein Talat, Yorker length again, just squeezes out for 1.
Brings up the 50. Gladiators. Still a fair amount of batting to come. Riley Russo, South African international, still to bat. So a good partnership here. We'll just lay the platform for that onslaught later on. Oppo selfie from the spectators at the ground.
It's wonder Danny's not there. Right, Sarfraz. Was taken him completely by surprise. That was a quick delivery from Hussein Talat, and Pakistan's test captain might not forget it.
Yeah, I mean, he's very sharp with the bat, and this was the off-cutter that followed the batsman and hit him flush on the helmet. It wasn't a fast delivery. I think it had extra bit of bounce, and it was clearly late on reacting to that length, Sarfraz, but he'll accept the 4 leg byes.
Yeah, you're quite right. You know, it wasn't the quickest delivery. I think he got exceptional bounce. Wonder if they have the next team selection meeting. He might mention it. You don't do that to your captain. So 9 overs are gone. Oh, I'm not sure if he's coming in next, but he's padded up, raring to go. He looks great. Where's your bat? Where's your bat? Remy's, where's his bat?
I'm trying to locate where the kid is, and he's right in front of us, but he doesn't have the bat. Just the gloves. I think he's got good enough talent really to see the bowling off with just mere hands, no bat required.
Well, he's too cute to be wearing a helmet. No one would want to bowl him a short ball or a bouncer.
Yeah, cuddly batsman.
There he is. We're going to pick him up in a minute. There he is. Oh, he's not going to bat with that. Oh, he's already won the trophy.
Yeah, he's over the line. He's over the line. He's a champion. Yeah.
Ah, wonderful moment. Brilliant. Well, he's a Quetta gladiator, and there's a lot of red flags for Islamabad around the ground as well. Shadab Khan, and what does Winviz? Islamabad 82% in favour of Islamabad winning this match.
Shadab Khan, the new bowler, was a big hit in the Caribbean last year when he played for the Trinbago Knight Riders. Talking about hit. This was Safraz Ahmed. Good sharp bouncer, hands very low on this one. Just talking about Shadab Khan, he was good with both ball and bat for Trinbago Knight Riders in the Caribbean Premier League. Wonderful young talent. Spins the ball, has a variety of deliveries, the flipper, the googly, and bowls wicket to wicket. So if you miss, he's in business for a wicket.
Shadab Khan has been, since he's appeared in Islamabad colours, he's been one of the go-to players for the management. He's young, but he's what they say in Australia, he's a gun bowler, a gun fielder. Just goes. Plays in the Big Bash as well. He's getting so much global experience early on in his career.
There's a reason why Islamabad United are doing well as a side, because the local talent is pretty decent. We're talking about Shadab, Hussain Talat, Asif Ali, Fahim Ashraf. All very good and talented youngsters. Mohammad Sami is obviously is experienced. And the fatherly figure of Misbah Haq to make sure that
keeps them all together.
Yeah, absolutely. They behave in an orderly fashion.
And of course Rahman Reis is a big man to lose. Rahman Reis is out of the tournament with that knee injury which he damaged here on this ground.
And he's a quality player as well. Demanded all over the world. He was recently picked up in the Caribbean Premier League as well in the draft. So he will be playing in the Caribbean. Out injured in this tournament. Rahman Reis.
So 4 singles off this over. It's been 24 balls since we had a 4. Will this get there? No, it won't. And it's been 46 balls since we've had a 6. 10 gone, 60 for 3.
The match.
Yeah, I don't know about that factor. I wonder if it will get a bit heavier. Players, well, certainly Shafraz didn't think it was too much of a factor.
You'll tell us before that, guess. Two dense.
You want me to go and slide around there, do you?
Yeah,
you'll feel it before us, won't you?
So we're
all right. Do you want me to go down and have a look?
Well, I think we're changing the ball because of the dew. So no better time than to get Dan to actually go and roll around in the dew.
Yeah, we need to roll around.
All right, so Dan is now out in the turf, just sort of checking it. Now, you don't have to go to the middle, Dan. Just to the edge. Just to, hey,
What are you doing, Dan?
just to the edge.
Yeah. Roll around.
How is it?
Roll around.
How is it? Is it wet? Do a roll.
Yeah.
There he is. He's just always in the action.
Yeah.
Well, we're down here. We might as well, Baz.
Exactly.
Now show your hand to the camera, Dan. Joe?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wet. You can see it's sort of holding grass, and then if you keep the grass on it, Dan, you can rub it on your head, and there might be a grassy patch there tomorrow.
It might grow something.
So, bit of fertiliser in that grass. Back underway with the new ball, start of the second 10, and that's been carted right down at Reese. Look out! It's nearly hit Zainab.
Look, quite close to us. Probably saw Dan doing that little report there, and he said, well, back at you. Got underneath that.
It's pretty wet.
Let's ball. Smashed.
There it goes. Mr. Ahmed, he's not in bad touch, is he? That's been launched nicely, and that's a harder, drier ball straight away out of the middle.
Well, dry herb ball, you're right. It's quite damp out there.
It
Definitely.
looked like it. You had grass stuck to your hand, didn't you? Like
You wanted me to wipe my head, didn't you?
Well, I just thought it might establish a little bit of growth or something just on there. You know, if we rub it in, bit of
Might help.
massage. They do say that if you're losing, just stimulate the follicles.
Yeah.
With some massage and laser.
Remedial therapy.
Especially with the fertilizer. Just putting in.
Baz was bald this time last year, and he did the same thing. He did a dew test.
Give some clinic a
And
plaque
he
bag.
accidentally, a little bit like Something About Mary, just rubbed it in at the top,
beautiful.
and look at the hair.
Yeah, it does. It
It's there.
reminds me of that. Great scene.
So there's a chance, Dan, that if you rub it in. All right, singles. So, sort of petering, isn't it? A little bit like the first game. A little bit like Xiaomi, where you look at possibilities. 130, it's almost the same, and then 10's 160. I reckon that was very similar figures.
And can Umar erupt a little bit like how maybe Akmal did, and then someone maybe like Safraz play a little bit of a captain's hand like Darren Sammy did earlier? Needs it badly.
Well, I sort of think it's in a way the bonus when you're setting the pace, because if they're chasing 180 and they're in this position, you start taking on that shot to try and get that run rate under control again in a run chase. But now, because you're setting it, your decision making on taking on the right ball might be a little bit better, more precise.
Yeah, it helps with the captain being out there, so Omar Amin will be getting instructions of whether to go hard or not. Sarfraz will look for the singles and the odd big hit, but I think Omar Amin has got himself set, and like Dan said, he needs to go.
Oh, he's played that nicely. He jumped out early, did Ahmed, jumped to the onside, then got a short wide one.
That's nice. Right on cue too, Baz.
Yeah, he just eased this past point. He didn't try overhit it, just sort of placed it over the top. And he's got enough skill, enough timing on it. So Viv likes it, no brute force, just timing.
Big Viv, he stayed animated, hasn't he, right the way through. Quetta are through, they've done well. It's sort of playing for 1 and 2 really here tonight. Well, not sort of, they are. Shot.
Get that, Zaini!
Still quite animated, but no. No go, Dino. Sit in your seat.
The Book of Love. What's happening?
Well, he's given very stern words there. He said, I'll call it whenever I want, umpire. There we go. There's another look at that brilliant boundary. So 24 from 15 now, Ahmed, and looking good. There he is, calling for it. He's not happy because he thinks that The suit dominates.
Yeah, and he thinks that if Danny Morrison can go out there, why can't I?
Well, he's not allowed to.
Yeah,
We can.
correct.
You've got to pick your moments. It's like anything, batting, bowling, going out to check out the Jew factor. You've got to pick your moments.
But he was waving like it was like the red
He
book.
wanted in, didn't he?
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Security. Oh, dear. Get him out.
Working, boys. Keep working, boys.
Evict him out of the stadium like they do in football.
Well, I think he was a bit harsh there. Dino was very stern, wasn't he? He didn't need to be so stern. Don't you think?
Suit
Just
does that to you.
I thought it was the Victorians. It's the suit, actually, is it?
It's a bit of both, I think, Baz. dangerous combo. Frightening, really is. Look at that red. See, red, fiery.
Right, 4-5,
Lion.
boys. Come to the quick
What's he
ball,
there?
boys.
He's chewing on something to calm him.
Seeing red as well.
It's turning red.
So 4 balls remaining. There's only 2 singles so far. 7 is the run rate, and misses out on that occasion. Umar not happy with himself. Just lent itself to whiz past the man at 45.
He's got 17 off 19, so he's had a long stint now. He just needs that boundary to get away. Still can't pick the gap, still can't get that elusive boundary because just the pressure now getting to him. He's built the foundation, but he has to get some runs now, get that strike rate up.
Yeah, if he can sort of feel that he's over that 100 strike rate, because it was low 90s running into this innings, and he's at 85 now. And it also heaps a little bit more pressure on Ahmed, doesn't it, to keep ploughing away. But not that I don't think he feels the pressure. That's his natural way of playing.
Interesting too when you're thinking about winning the toss batting and the dew factor. How much was it always going to come into play
Well, they're
for your
wiping
bowlers?
the ball, aren't they?
Yeah, massive.
I'll just ask Dino. Dino, you're taking it now? Dino, you're taking it now? No, he's not. He's playing silly buggers. He's just said no. Let's see if he's not. All right, well, that's the end of the over, the 12. And
Waiting.
I don't think he's taking it. Hang on. He's trying to double bluff us. So we've got the Galutlo. Galutlo strategic timeout is completed, and we are set to play. Let's play. We're going to wait until after the first ball, but why not go to Zainab right now?
Well, his team is at the top of the table, so very proud owner Ali Naqvi. Ali, how does it feel? You know, you're at the top of the table, and before that, tell us a little about your initiative with the Save Our Snow Leopard.
Yeah, thanks, Zainab. We're obviously feeling very good about being at the top of the table. We have a lot of initiatives. We talked about one on one tree initiative as well. This one actually is more about saving the snow leopard. Snow leopard is our common heritage amongst 12 countries in Asia. It's an endangered species. So we want to actually focus on saving it. And people talk about कि जी आप लोगों की बातें करें, आप दरख्तों की बात करते हैं, आप उनकी बातें करते हैं. I think in Pakistan we need to focus on everything. We are obviously focusing on cricketers, we are focusing on improving Pakistan, we are focusing on the trees in Pakistan to make it better, and we also want to focus on the endangered other species animals to show our commitment to the country and to the world as well. And snow leopard is a beautiful animal, so we think actually if we are able to focus on that by saving it, and WWF actually is doing a great job in trying to do it, so our initiative is to try to see how we can support them.
नहीं, ज़बरदस्त इनिशिएटिव एनिमल वेलफेयर के लिए काम करना, बिल्कुल जैसे कहते हैं कि नथिंग बेटर देन दैट. अच्छा, ये बताएं कि इस्लामाबाद यूनाइटेड के हवाले से इस साल सबसे बड़ा चैलेंज आपके लिए एज एन ओनर क्या रहा है?
I think injuries, because as you know, losing Roman is arguably the best bowler. I'm probably a little bit biased, but he's the best bowler in the league. So losing him after 2 matches actually was a big blow for us. Andre Russell actually got injured as well. We have a lot of other. Shadab actually is not fully fit as well. So we have a lot of injuries, and we've been struggling with that. So keep the people, the players, properly focused on playing actually is the main challenge.
And while you're at it, there's been a 6. Samit Patel just dropped that catch, so while we are praising them,
I'm probably jinxing it, so I should be off the ground actually. So.
Tell me something. In terms of when you look at the openers that you've got, Luke Ronchi, he's been magnificent for you.
I think it's the consistency as well, because he took time actually to settle down, but once he has settled down, all of us know actually he's a great player. He's one of the hardest hitting batsmen in the world actually. And then the good thing also I should emphasize is that we have 2-3 very strong foreign players, but we have a very strong set of local guys. And I don't know whether you noticed or not, Hussain, Asif, Zafar Gohar, Sahibzada Farhan. So we have very strong talent base which we have been grooming for 2-3 years, and they have been playing very well as well.
Looking forward to the final in Karachi?
Inshallah.
Okay, good luck. All the best with your campaign as well. You're doing great.
Save the snow leopard. Thank you.
Snow it and save it and bite it. Yeah.
Well done. Fantastic. It's a great cause, and it was all happening there. I think he's a little shaken from that ball that was right near him, but obviously he'd be an extremely happy owner, wouldn't he, of a franchise that's doing particularly well.
Yeah, lovely fella too, Ali. Good man.
Had a good view, didn't we? That Patel drop was just right there, and he got a grip on it. It was there. It's just that judgment on the rope, I think.
Not happy with the technique from Samit?
No, it's all right. I thought Slats wanted to jump up and take the catch. He was so excited, the ball coming our way.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, looking at that result, I should have.
Yeah, it almost might have gone reverse cup because it was quite high.
Oh, one handle, saw it from Boom Boom Afridi.
Burst out of his hands.
Well, I think they know those catches straight away. He's probably thinking, well, I've got to get it and toss it back in so you can get ahead of yourself. But it came at a velocity. It was hit really firmly. So 7.18 the run rate, and that's been timed. He's hit a couple down the ground very swiftly, and Umar now has got that strike rate up over 100. So save the snow leopard, that's great. A lot of endangered species. You've got Kevin Peterson with the rhinos making great inroads, a lot of support.
And yet Boucher with the elephants.